What is going on, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sharkpool. Now, I want to talk about the Pokemon Direct that happened a couple days ago. I noticed a couple things about, the big reveal, and then I just wanted to kind of hash out basically what happened and kind of just, see where we're at here. So basically the Pokemon Direct was like an 8-minute long video where, they explained what they were working on, kind of, and things that were coming up. And they opened it up talking about the Switch, so everyone was like thinking this was the time that Pokemon was going to be, they're going to announce Pokemon Stars, which has like been the rumored Switch game, which would be like a mainline Pokemon game for the Switch, which everyone wants. But that was not the case. They then revealed Pokken Tournament DX, which is the fighting game for the Wii U. And it just seems like Nintendo is just going to like the graveyard of the Wii U and just digging up like their greatest hits, and they're just like, haha, live, and just like throwing it on there. And like, I'm totally down with that, because like it's almost like the PS4 to PS3 change, because a lot of people played the PS3, but a lot of people moved over to the PS4. And then the PS4 had a bunch of remasters and remakes of PS3 games, so those people who missed out on those could play those games on the new system. So I understand it. Makes sense. I like it too. I mean, I haven't played Pokken Tournament. I really wanted to, but this gives me that opportunity. I don't have a Switch yet, but I will soon enough. One thing I didn't realize though, that the new characters like Empoleon, Scizor, Darkrai, Krogunk, and Decidueye, which is a brand new character, those were like DLC characters, kind of. They were added to the arcade machine in Japan, but it was never released for the Wii U anywhere else, which I didn't realize was a thing. I thought they just came out for the Wii U, so that makes it a little sweeter, a little cherry on top to get those 5 new characters in Pokken Tournament. So that's really cool. I'm into that. I really like fighting games and I really like Pokemon, so this seems like a good idea. It's just what happened next that was just so questionable. You know what I'm saying? So basically, let me fill you in. If you haven't seen it, 8-minute long trailer, 7:30 of it ish was dedicated to Pokken Tournament. The last like 15 seconds, they showed us like screens from a new Pokemon game for the 3DS, which is called Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, which seems to be the continuation of Sun and Moon that were on the 3DS that was released last year. Really good games. I'm on record saying that I fucking love those games. They're great. What we didn't realize though is that they're 3DS exclusive, so they're not coming to Switch, like at all. Not coming to Switch. Those are just 3DS games. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And my first instinct is to say that these are sequels, like Black and White and then Black and White 2. But there are distinct things that they said during this Direct that makes me believe this is not a continuation of that story. That is so the guy basically said, there was a direct quote from the guy, he said, this is an alternative story in the same world. So immediately says to me, this is not a sequel. This is not the Black 2 and White 2. This is an Emerald or a Platinum or a Yellow. This is the same game, but enhanced. So, that's the first thing that sticks out to me. Then they also said that there's going to be new Pokemon in this game that didn't appear in Sun and Moon. Whether that means that we're going to get a national dex or not remains to be seen. Not a lot of details. Like I said, 15 full seconds at the very end, and that was it. They didn't say much else about it. Disappointing, yes, but it's cool that we're still getting like this world. But here's the last thing that I'm thinking. This is my thought process for this whole thing. They released Sun and Moon for the 3DS. This is their first foray into like, full like 3D. Like X and Y was 3D, but it was still like chibis and like weird like small people. But like this is like their first foray into like good 3D, I guess. Whatever. So Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is possibly that they're kind of refining that if you take a look at some of the screens, it's much more dense. The locales look a little, you know, they look deeper. They've got more lush colors. They've got more details and like how you're walking around and stuff like that. There's cutscenes with Pokemon in them. Whether or not those are totem battles, we don't know. Those look like boss characters to me. Hopefully not. Hopefully there's gyms again. And then also one little detail that I noticed, the main character, the male main character, has like black slider shorts underneath his shorts, which is similar to Black 2 and White 2's main character. He had like those black slider shorts. And then like the legendaries, of course, like they've got the black like armor or like parasites or whatever that's like another legendaries on them. You know, very similar to the Pokemon Fusion with Kyurem, yeah, whatever. Back in Black 2 and White 2. So whether it's Pokemon Fusion or it's like something completely different, we don't know. So I mean, I'm excited, but it's kind of disappointing. You know, there's a lot of things that they could have done better. So I guess that remains to be seen. But back to my point. I totally just went around my whole point. So Sun and Moon first, right? Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon refine the formula. And then a third game, I don't know if they do this, but like maybe the third game is going to be that Switch game, where it's going to be that enhancement, and then they're just going to move it to Switch. I can see it happening. I don't want it to happen because I feel like playing the same game 3 times in a row is, oh god, I've only done that with like a single game, and that's Mega Man Legends. Thank you. Anyways, so and then at the very end they talked about Gold and Silver Virtual Console re-releases on the 3DS. I mean, cool. Disappointing, definitely. But I want to hear more details about Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon before I just write these off as just emeralds and platinums. And I mean, like they won't be bad games. I'm just hoping that there's going to be more substance to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say about that. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me right here. We're just talking about some video games. What did you think about the Pokemon Direct? Let's go down to the comments and have a conversation about that. Let me know what you guys want to hear me talk about next. I know I've got some Shark Talks coming up and some Into the Waters for you to enjoy, so let me know what you want to see. Other than that, my name is Shane Walters, and thank you for watching.